There are books you're allowed to find and read, but there are also books, everyone, that you're not allowed to find or never meant to, anyways. Welcome to the Conspiracy Nexus, episode number 25. And I am Paranormal Ripples, aka Ray. And tonight, I am going to be cracking open a nice, cold, sealed safe or vault, whatever you want to call it. And this is going to be the books that you won't ever meant to read or find anywhere. So, from ancient scriptures that were erased by the church, to cryptic texts that were about occult circles, everything that these books mention will challenge everything that you know about history, religion, the fabric of reality as we know it. So let's get this going, shall we? Because the deeper I say and read these things, the less the reality around us makes sense. So, right. Who's interested in this thing? Let's go. As I should say. And hello book. Right. So, let's start with the one many say should never, ever have been removed from the Bible, shall we? And that is the Book of Enoch. Hello there, Shay. I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you? So yeah, let's start with the Book of Enoch. This was a book that was never meant to be erased from the Bible or removed, some many people say. But for any of you that don't know, I'll just get out this picture. This is the Book of Enoch. Well, not an actual book, but someone made it, and basically, everyone, you're chilling and billing. But yeah, the Book of Enoch is an ancient Jewish scripture that was that just didn't get left out of the Bible, everyone. It was actively suppressed by many, right? But why? Because it tells of a different story than the Bible. This is where it tells the story of where angels became, which were called watchers in the texts, fell from heaven, mate with our women on earth, and they create a race of giants known as the Nephilim. Yes, you read that right. The angels fall from up there, come down here, have sex with our women, human women, and basically create a race known as the Nephilim. So it describes this Enoch book, or the Book of Enoch, describes cosmic realms, which is crazy, prophecies or visions, divine judgment, which is even more crazy, everyone. And it's even quoted in another early book, a church that I've called the Book of Jude, but yet early church leaders buried it because its theology, to the word of pronunciation, was deemed too radical by many. Only the Ethiopian church preserved it in full. So what else did they want to hide from us? What else? Why would they cover up that? That is interesting, but why would they want to guide that book, everyone? Let me know what your thoughts are. So I'd be interested to know. Now, we're going to move from the Book of Enoch, everyone, and its radical ideologies. Another book, and I'll show you in a minute. Hang on, I'm just going to get a picture for you. You're going to buy an Necronomicon, are you, Shay? Yeah, I'm going to get to that book in a minute. But yeah, this is the Codex Seraphinianus. And imagine an encyclopedia from an entire different dimension. I won't stop you, I'll warn you. But this book was written from another dimension, an encyclopedia, they say. It was created by an Italian artist known as Luigi Serafini in the 1970s. It is filled with surreal biology and landscapes, written in an undeciphered script. And Serafini even himself said, when it was written, that it was meant to mimic the feeling of reading before you could even read. So, like when you're a baby. But researchers say that this structure of writing is too consistent to even be random, and yet some believe it's a cipher, while other people say it's an alien language. But whatever it is in here, it is more than art, it's a message we may not yet understand at all. Look at that. How weird's that look? Look. How weird's this? If you can see, look, it's picturing like two women, two people, and then look, I think they're having sex or something, and then they slowly turn into an alligator or crocodile or whatever you want to call it. I think it's forgive me, I'm not the strongest thing. Transformers in disguise. But yeah, it's crazy though. But look at the text. Like, that's nuts. The text is nuts. Now, from the Codex Seraphinianus, we basically now move on to something else, everyone. You're going to find interesting here now. Um, Sexadiles are about. Sound like the name of a Pokemon. Sexaditle. So, it will be after this one. This is the Book of Soyga. And this one, right, belonged in the UK, actually. Would you believe? Basically, this one belonged to Queen Elizabeth I's own court magician, John Dee. The Book of Soyga is a 16th century manuscript that is filled with magical rituals and at least 36 encrypted tables. Dee himself couldn't decipher them. So basically, they say that he summoned an angel, Uriel, who told him that the only person that could explain this was the Archangel Michael. And if you don't know who the Archangel Michael is, I'd suggest you look him up. And the book vanished for centuries, but in the 1990s it resurfaced, and its encryption was partly cracked by a mathematician. So what was its cause? It's still unknown. To this day, it's still unknown. Funny though, now the Archangel Michael is involved. What do you think? What do you think, everyone? Let me know what your thoughts. Now, we go from Queen Elizabeth I's cool magicians thing. Yeah, I know, Shay, but crazy though, isn't it? I wonder what his purpose is. It is exactly what I'm thinking. Like, it's like basically, yeah. Right, but I want to know what John D said is yeah, you are right. It is going to be that now, Shay. So basically, we go from John D and the Queen Elizabeth I court to the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon. And this book, I'll tell you now from reading, it's fucked. Basically, this one started off as fiction, everyone. Obviously, you know, as you are, this fucked, basically. I know, yeah. There's the one. I know. But it's been come down the years, say. I'm just showing it, you know. Because it started out as fiction, um, but it didn't stay that way, as you can tell. H.P. Lovecraft, the horror writer, right. This is a H.P. Lovecraft, the horror writer, and that. He wrote this as fiction, and I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Right. It was a book of forbidden knowledge, basically, everyone. But over time, people began publishing real versions, using it in rituals, drawing on it in occult like practices when they were doing occult stuff. Hell, some even say that Lovecraft channeled it from somewhere beyond in another realm. Occultists though say that occultists like a certain Kenneth Grant, if you don't know who he is, I look him up, even connected it to real magical systems. Is it fictional? Did Lovecraft accidentally open a door to the other side? Let me know what you think, everyone, and I'll just show you what it looks like. Yeah, like a portal, exactly. It was like a portal, exactly. Because if you look, hang on, I'll show you something else. I just showed you that commemorative edition, right? Look at the actual, look at this version. What's missing? What's missing from this version to the commemorative edition? So yeah, looking at that original, that commemorative version, what's missing from this version? What's missing from that version, which is on this version, I should say? Can anyone tell me? Can you remember, Shay? And also, everyone, do what the banner says. That's going at the bottom of the video. I said, Shay, what's missing from the commemorative edition that I did up originally to this version? Look, there's the commemorative edition. What's missing? Your Google search is really low. Yeah, but yeah, it is a pentagram. You are correct, my good sir. The pentagram is missing. So so you're telling me that when they done the commemorative edition, that something's gone on? Because why else have they like removed the pentagram if there's nothing being done basically from the other side? Exactly. Remember, everyone, do what Squaller says. I've got a bomb here now, a banner. Please, yeah, it'd be much appreciated. Um, Now, I don't know whether I can get a picture of this next one up, everyone, but I'm going to try quickly because I can. I know you have. I know Shay will. Right. What, saying that at the bottom? Maybe. So I try and go different. Right. This is the Munich Manual of Demonic Magic and Hello Cam. This book has been banned or forbidden because basically, if you're looking for a real life equivalent of a black magic spell book, this is the book. It was written in the 15th century by in Latin. It details necromancy, summoning of demons, spirit conjuring, even down to the chants of what you need to say to summon them, diagrams, and even instructions. Also known as CLM 849, this was hidden for centuries in the Bavarian State Library. The rituals are explicit, but its purpose has always been clear. This is practical demonic magic at its finest. Hmm, exactly. What do you mean, Munich Manual of Demonic Manic? Yeah, I see what you mean, Shay. It does look like it because of the colours on the thing. In a bit. It is really interesting, Cam. Like, it's so interesting that this book, is out there. Trouble is, though, you can get, like, you know, just click on them and then it should say ban. Yeah, sorry about it, everyone. Let's get back on track. um, Now we're going on to from Munich. We're going to another book. God knows, Shay. God knows. Exactly. It's all right, Cam. Um, what did it let you do? There, I know. Oh, time out. Right. Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of it, or whoever it is. Right, let's get back on topic now, everyone. And we're going to be looking at a book from basically where Renaissance magicians used, which is crazy, Renaissance magicians, and it is Picatrix. If you don't know what a Picatrix is, it's basically a dense magical and mystical manual that basically tells you astral magic that originated in the Islamic world, and it was later translated into Latin, everyone. And it covers how to draw energy from the stars, which is crazy, create talismans. I didn't know we were doing football tactics. I'm joking. Create talismans and invoke cosmic forces, and it blends the wisdoms of pagan, hermetic, and Zoroastrian wisdoms. The churches banned it, event like straight away, but magicians from like Renaissance magicians used it in secret, and esotericists to this day still study it, and it proves that forbidden knowledge has always been a fascination, and it hasn't died out, which is nuts. And remember, everyone, do what the banner says. Yeah, pagan. It was like it blends pagan, hermetic, and Zoroastrian wisdoms. This book, which is nuts, I must say. Like it's like out of this book, out of these books I was like lost. I can see, but it's like crazy how you think that this was once in the public domain. Even though like years and hundreds of years ago. To this day, you could just like hundreds of years ago, you could go up to a street vendor and then you probably have this book on their fucking market stall. It's nuts. Now we go from the Picatrix to a book that is so like in fact modern that you would be amazed by it, like, how modern it is. Let's get a decent picture up for you. There we go. And this is how modern this book is, and I'll tell you now. Now I've got this picture for you, everyone. This is a red book, obviously, and it is called the Red Book as well, if you can see. And it was done by C.G. Yun, or its other name is, as you can see, the Liber Novus, no Liber Novus, and it is the father, it's the father of modern psychology. Had a secret book, right? And it was more like a grimoire, whatever you want to say. Um, Basically, this book was written by C.G. Yun when he was going through a spiritual and mental crisis. It's filled with his visions, archetypes, conversations with entities, vivid Mandela-like art, and Jun kept it hidden because he feared that it would destroy him and his credibility. Right? It revealed Jun's belief that real wisdom lies deep in the collective unconsciousness, and some say it's more like a prophecy than psychology. So can you guess what year this was published, anyone? When I say modern. More modern than any of the other books on here. So can anyone guess what year it was from? Like, published. Can anyone ever guess? Anyone in chat, can you guess what year it was published? You can't use Google. I want you to have a guess. Yeah, don't matter if you're wrong. So can anyone have a guess? Anyone? I'm waiting for you all to guess what year this book was made or published before I tell you that. So I want you all to have a guess. It's like I said, it's more modern. When did this book get published? It's modern. It's quite modern in comparison to some of the ones on which I've read, the other 6. You're close, Shay, from the... It was... If Cam, you're here. You want to have a guess? Because books looked on Google, so... Right, interesting, Shay. So you said that, and then you said that. Right. Well, the answer, I think Cam's gone, question mark. The year that this book was published was 2009. 2009. 2009, that book. And it was already, yeah, and it was already tucked away. Don't worry, I've done that loads of times when I made guesses. That you can look up on Google. That you can look up on Google, everyone, the month it come out. But yeah, 2009. And it's already been hidden by Yun himself. So crazy, isn't it, everyone? So I'm not gonna say. Right, so what's been your favourite book, everyone? Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching on catch up. And now I'm gonna sign off now, because there you have it. Oh, it's October, was it, Jay? There you go. So there you have it then. 7 books that they never ever wanted you to find. So it's gone from encoded manuscripts, everyone, to demon grimoires, to psychological revelations, and even censored scriptures. So these ain't just books, everyone. These are warnings, maps, and keys. But thanks for joining me on this journey through a forbidden archive of books that should never ever be read. And if you like this episode of the Conspiracy Nexus, don't forget to subscribe, share, like the video, hit the notification bell, like awaken it basically. Hit it till it's awake, and then before they silence all of us. Check out all my other playlists so you know what else I've talked about. And until next time, keep your eyes open, everyone, and don't let them get to you, basically. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.